Good morning, buenos dias. Thank you for coming. We're going to have some remarks from Miami-Dade Mayor Daniella Levine Cava. Then we're going to have in English and in Spanish. Then we're going to have interpretation to Creole, and we're going to open up for questions. Vamos a tener unas palabras de la alcaldesa en inglés y en español, luego traducción al Creole, y después de eso abrimos para preguntas.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us here today to talk about the latest updates on COVID and the key steps that we're taking here in Miami-Dade County to protect our community. We have seen this Omicron variant rapidly spreading like wildfire, as I've said, over the last few weeks, and especially as we head into the holiday season. And I am focused, as I have been for 2 years, on making sure we are doing everything possible to protect our residents and our visitors. We have come so far as a community. We have done so much, and we have done so well by following our simple, common sense measures we all know prevent the spread of the disease. And we will come through this latest surge and make sure that we can enter the new year as strong as ever. And we are poised to continue building back in 2022. We know that getting vaccinated and boosted is the single most important thing that any of us can do to protect ourselves and our loved ones. And these vaccines work. They work to protect people from serious illness and death, and boosters offer optimal protection. So today we're talking about simple measures that protect both the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, and will continue to keep our recovery on track with small but important adjustments. So, to our community, I continue to urge that we all follow the key steps that we know will prevent the spread. Get vaccinated. And if you got your second dose of Pfizer or Moderna 6 months or more ago, or Johnson & Johnson 2 months ago, get boosted. There are no lines at the vaccination sites. They are available all around the county. Get boosted today. You're safe for the holidays. There is nothing that you could do that is better than that to protect yourself and your loved ones. It's also extremely important to emphasize that recent data shows that this booster significantly increases the antibodies that fight Omicron. So if you're eligible, get the booster as soon as possible. Don't head to the test line, head to the vaccination line. Get the booster, protect yourself and your loved ones. But if you are experiencing symptoms, or if you've been exposed to COVID, yes, by all means, do get tested. And we have been blessed with especially perfect weather this holiday season. Take advantage of our beautiful environment, gathering outdoors with your family and friends. This is a great way to reduce the risk of transmission. And as always, wear your mask. Wear your mask around large crowds or around those that you do not know to be vaccinated. And of course, mask up when you are traveling through our airport or our transit, which is required by federal law. So as we continue to monitor the very alarming rise in cases alongside our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Peter Page, and other health experts, the county is also taking new and expanded measures to make sure we're prepared and as proactive as possible. So, we are expanding testing. Over the last several days, we've seen over 200% increase in the demand for testing across the county. We want to continue to ensure that testing is accessible as possible to our community. So we're expanding our hours and opening additional testing sites across Miami-Dade. We have several 24/7 sites. We're adding hours at other sites, and we are adding additional sites. We've worked very, very hard to make sure that the testing and the vaccines are as widely available as possible since the very beginning of this pandemic, and I am extremely proud. We have never closed them. We have not closed our sites, even during the low periods for positivity. We've continued our messaging and our accessibility. As President Biden committed yesterday to make 500 million at-home tests available, to Americans in January, we're also asking that all possible tests be directed to Miami-Dade County once they're available, so we can continue to stay ahead of the growing demand and make those test kits available to our residents. So you can find all of the information about the vaccine and testing sites at our website, miamidade.gov/COVID, the hours, the sites, etc. In addition, we are once again requiring masks in county buildings to protect our residents, our workforce, and our visitors, effective immediately. Today, masking will be required. We know that masking around large crowds, and especially those we don't know to be vaccinated, is a powerful tool to prevent the spread. And every day, tens of thousands of our residents access county buildings, including vulnerable older adults and frontline workers, and taking this extra step, given the surge in Omicron, is a common sense measure that will reduce transmission, especially around the holidays. And we are laser focused on making sure that all additional treatments are available to those who need them. So this week, we learned that we're facing an urgent shortage of the monoclonal antibody treatment in the state of Florida. And that is why I sent a letter to the Department of Health last night asking that Miami-Dade be urgently prioritized in any additional shipments of monoclonal antibody supplies so that we can assure we can provide this life-saving treatment to our residents. We also asked the federal government that additional monoclonal antibody resources be allocated to Florida as swiftly as possible. We're using this treatment method a lot here in South Florida, oftentimes because people have viewed it as an alternative to vaccination. It is not an alternative to vaccination. Nothing is better than vaccination, and the monoclonal treatment should be available to those who have become sick despite vaccination. So please, everyone get vaccinated. We're laying the groundwork also to offer Pfizer antiviral pills at the sites as soon as these are officially approved and available. And just yesterday, we learned that the pill may be approved as soon as this week. So we are doing everything possible to ensure that we're ready to make it available right here at our testing sites in Miami-Dade. The most recent testing shows the pill is nearly 90% effective in preventing hospitalization, and the antiviral pill can play a key role in preventing our hospitals from getting overwhelmed, which we all know is a key factor in keeping our community safe. So we will continue to double down on other key efforts at the county level, especially vaccination for the most vulnerable and closely monitoring the latest data. We have redoubled our efforts to make sure no residents are left behind from accessing this life-saving vaccine. So we are providing vaccination services for older adults at nursing homes and assisted living facilities. We are going there directly with our personnel, and also for homebound residents. So anyone who is homebound over 12 or an older adult who cannot get out to get the vaccine, you can call us at 888-201-5490, and there is also an email address, vaccinations@ilshealth.com, and we will schedule an appointment to come to you to vaccinate you at home. We're also bringing our mobile vaccination trucks to underserved parts of the county. We have knocked on over 200,000 doors during this pandemic, and we will continue to reach out to all corners of our community. And we are requiring hospitals to once again provide daily COVID reporting, which they've been doing now since Friday, and we are sequencing for COVID variants at county testing sites, as well as we're sampling wastewater, which allows us to see the spread and which variant is present, and Omicron is present. So this series of new and expanded measures will help us to tackle this latest increase in cases head on, and it will ensure that we can continue to lead the way in preparation and protection. And I know how frustrating it can feel that we're facing these challenges all over again. We are all frustrated. We are all impatient, especially as we enter the holiday season. But as a county and as a nation, we know what we need to do to get through this moment safely together. So I want to give a thanks to the extraordinary efforts that we have made as a community. We've worked hand in hand with our residents, with our businesses to get shots in arms. We've achieved the highest vaccination rate in the state, and we have beat back the Delta variant. And especially as we celebrate this holiday week, I am deeply grateful to every single person across the community who has helped us to come so far. And I want to thank the business owners who worked alongside us to encourage vaccination and to take common sense steps to protect their workers and customers over the last 2 years. It's thanks to all of you in the business community and the broader community that our economy is ranked at the top of the Pandemic Recovery Index. I feel so optimistic about our economy bouncing back stronger than ever, thanks to you. And I want to thank the incredible men and women of Miami-Dade Fire Rescue, the Miami-Dade Police Department, and all of our healthcare workers and first responders countywide. You have worked around the clock for months so that sites like Tropical Park can continue providing vital healthcare services to our community, and we can never thank you enough for your service and for putting your own safety on the line to care for others. And I want to thank all of the residents, every resident who stepped up to get the shot, to get the booster, to follow the simple safety measures that protect one another. So I wish all of you a very happy, healthy, safe holiday. Let us continue to care for ourselves and each other in the holiday weeks ahead so that we can enter the new year stronger than ever and continue growing and thriving in 2022. Thank you, everyone, and God bless. Hoy estamos hablando de medidas simples que protegen tanto a los vacunados como a los no vacunados y que continuarán manteniendo a nuestro condado más seguro camino mientras luchamos contra la variante de Omicron. Vacúnense, por favor. Háganse la prueba si tienen síntomas o han estado expuestos. Reúnanse al aire libre, aprovechando nuestro hermoso clima. Usen su máscara alrededor de grandes multitudes o aquellos que no saben que deben vacunarse. Gracias y feliz Navidad a todos. Creole. Thank you.
Bonjour tout le monde. Jeudi, nous avons parlé de mesures que nous devons prendre pour nous protéger tout le monde qui est vacciné avec le monde qui n'est pas vacciné. Nous allons continuer le travail pour récupération continue possible pendant que nous allons combattre pour nous capables d'effacer le variant Omicron. Une chose que nous devons faire, c'est surtout prendre vaccin. Prends vaccin. L'autre chose que nous devons faire, c'est faire test nous chaque fois que nous sentons symptômes et chaque fois que nous sommes exposés à un moment quelconque. Mettez un masque chaque fois que nous sommes en foule ou bien chaque fois que nous connaissons que nous pas mis monde que nous pas connaissons déjà. Kounia comptez à continuer à faire ça le capable pour lui capable élargir quantité de temps sans test l'ouvrir et mettre local plus disponible. Nous demandons à tout le monde qui a fréquenté building qui n'a compté Miami-Dade pour mettre masque de sorte que vous capable protéger tête pa yo, pour protéger monde qui a travaillé là, protéger résidents yo et visiteurs. Nous travaillons sans arrêter de sorte que nous capables mettre en mesure des médicaments qui pour protéger la vie monde, qui capable sauver la vie monde. Comme yo compté, comme une nation, nous connaissons tout ça nous devons faire pour nous traverser moments difficiles ça ensemble en sécurité. On nous continuer à faire tout ça qui est possible pour nous capables de prendre soin de tête par nous et prendre soin de tête monde qui autour de nous-mêmes. Pour qu'on y ait, je souhaite nous toutes bonnes fêtes et que bon Dieu bénisse.
Merci. You want to help me out?
Monoclonal antibody treatment, as you know, Tropical Park shut down temporarily when they ran out of the general on. What we understood today, they were going to reopen with this new brand. I just want to confirm that Tropical Park is now reopened with this new brand.
Can you? So we know they have a limited supply. They're estimating through Sunday. And I believe that we're prioritizing those that are tested positive. And yes, there is a supply.
One more
We'll go like this, right? We'll go down the line. Yeah.
So, Jackson Health put out a statement saying early evidence is showing Regeneron is actually not quite effective against Omicron. Give any thoughts on that and your request to the federal government? Are you asking for more Regeneron or perhaps another brand that's more effective against the variant?
So there are three types, as I understand it. One type that has been proven more effective. That is obviously the type that we're seeking. You want to go? En español, que estamos con algunos dosis de Regeneron en Tropical Park, que pensamos que va a durar hasta el domingo. Los que están priorizados son los que son positivos y estamos pidiendo el tipo que es más efectivo contra Omicron. Eso es el tipo que estamos pidiendo del gobierno.
Pero que letter that you had sent to the Surgeon General, have you gotten a response back at all? Kind of things are going on.
No, we have not received a response. Okay.
So you mentioned extra sites, longer hours. How will you staff those with the holidays coming up? And
Yes,
making sure that-
yes. So our primary vendor is NOMI, and they have identified staff adequate to do the job, and we will be, as soon as it's available, hopefully later today, announcing those additional sites and additional hours. It will all be on the website, and we've already expanded the hours. We've expanded them at multiple sites already.
No holiday closures?
We're looking at Christmas Eve closing by 3 p.m. and Christmas Day from 10 to 4. Estamos cerrando para unas pocas horas durante Nochebuena y la Navidad. El día de 24 de diciembre vamos a cerrar a las 3 de la tarde y el día siguiente de Navidad abrimos de 10 hasta las 4 de la tarde. En Tropical Park solamente. Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah.
Good morning, thanks for being here with us. I wanted to ask you, how many additional sites do you have today?
So we're looking at as many as we can, but no fewer than 2 additional major sites.
2 extra tests, probably 3 to 5.
Okay, we're hoping for 3 to 5. That's our goal.
And what is your reaction seeing all of the videos that we've gotten over the last few days, the testing line, people sitting at 4 a.m. waiting to get tested?
Yes,
What's
yes.
your reaction seeing that?
You know, this alarm is creating these long lines, and we totally understand. We're very concerned about people having to wait long hours. It's not acceptable, and obviously we're gearing up as quickly as we can. The demand has just accelerated in the last week. And we do want to say that, again, if you're not vaccinated, skip the test line. Go get vaccinated if you're not experiencing symptoms, right? The most important thing you can do is to get vaccinated. Do you want to add?
We just received several thousand additional at-home testing kits from DOH, so we're gonna figure out a way to distribute them.
Several thousand.
Several thousand.
Okay, so we just received several thousand at-home test kits that we're going to work on the best way to distribute those. Obviously, if people can do that rather than wait in line, that's good for all of us. So we're going to look at the best method, and of course, we're pressing to get as many home test kits as possible. Okay, en español, vamos a expandir 3 hasta 5 lugares extra y vamos a anunciar exactamente dónde espero hoy día. Y también recibimos varios millones de dosis de, what did I say? Oh, okay, let me start again. Recibimos varias miles de dosis de las pruebas que pueden hacer en la casa y vamos a considerar la mejor manera de distribuirlos. Okay, so this one, and then we're just going to keep going down the line. Yeah. ¿Cómo? Ajá. Regeneron es un tipo de monoclonal tratamiento y hemos recibido unos dosis que estamos usando en Tropical Park que va a durar hasta el domingo, priorizando los que ya son positivos. Y hemos pedido del Estado y también del gobierno federal que nos manden más dosis inmediato. Y mientras esto, estamos haciendo todo lo que podamos. No? Okay. Let's go here.
Really quickly, the feds are saying, Biden is saying, that the feds are going to be opening up over 20,000 new sites. Are any of those coming here to Dade County?
We have not been notified of additional federal sites, but we would welcome it. Remember, they ran a very successful site up at Miami-Dade College North. But, you know, at this point, Miami-Dade County is really the most active in providing testing and vaccinations in the entire state. And, you know, the state has not been doing this, and the federal government has not been doing it. Miami-Dade County has been doing it.
And how many people do you think are being tested a day?
Yeah, how many a day? Yeah, we're testing between 40 and 50,000 people a day. Estamos haciendo pruebas para 40,000 hasta 50,000 personas cada día. Y estamos haciendo todo el trabajo en el condado. No, el Estado no está haciendo, el gobierno federal no está haciendo. Sería muy bueno si ellos quisieran también contribuir, pero estamos haciendo todo lo que podemos para proteger la comunidad y vamos a seguir adelante abriendo más sitios, horas más largas, todo lo que podemos hacer.
Alcaldesa, se pronostica que se va a aprobar la pastilla de Pfizer, que dice usted que tiene 90% de efectividad.
Sí,
¿Ya
sí.
están ustedes preparados para
Sí, somos preparados a distribuir la pastilla de Pfizer, que es muy efectivo, 90%, y queremos dar a la población lo más pronto posible. Y ya estamos listos para distribuir las pastillas.
Alcaldesa, una pregunta. Los hospitales, ¿en qué situación están los hospitales del condado Miami-Dade que vienen de reportarles todos los días? ¿Cómo están?
Los hospitales están reportando como necesitan por mi orden y ellos saben la importancia de monitorear las camas, porque eso es la cosa que más indica qué peligroso es. Si no hay espacio en los hospitales, todos nosotros estamos sufriendo por el riesgo. Y hasta el momento tenemos suficiente espacio, gracias a Dios, pero podemos notar los que están entrando en los hospitales, la mayoría, más de 70%, son los que no han vacunados.
¿Alcaldesa, se prevé algún tipo de cierre o algún tipo de operaciones adicionales que vayan
I can't hear. Come closer. I can't. No podía escuchar.
¿Se prevé algún tipo de cierre? ¿Va a haber dentro de los planes próximos cancelación de algún tipo de eventos estos días?
Oh, whether we should have events, canceling events. Por el momento, nosotros no estamos cancelando, pero yo sé que varios están. Nosotros no tenemos actividades durante los feriados por el condado y los que tienen eventos en nuestros edificios necesitan usar la mascarilla. Okay, wait a second. Okay, sorry.
Alcaldesa, si nos puede hablar de los números de los anticuerpos monoclonales. ¿Cuánto es la escasez? O sea, ¿cuánto tienen ahora y cuánto quisieran tener para
I don't know.
cumplir su meta? What's the goal?
Um,
En números, más o menos, un aproximado.
You remember how many antibody ones we had? It was about 800.
They were supposed to be serving up to 400 people per day before, but they were receiving when they were serving like 80 or 90 before the peak, and now we have like between 50 and 90 per day.
Mm. Antes de que lo tuvimos más Regeneron, estábamos haciendo como 400 cada día. Por el momento tenemos como 80 cada día, entonces mucho menos dosis. Lo importante es por el momento usarlo si está enfermo. Pero como quiero decir de nuevo, lo más importante de todo es tomar el booster. Si ya no tiene síntomas o no estaba expuesto, tome el booster y no Regeneron. Eso no es.
Pero mucha gente nos está preguntando, para que lo quiero tener, no sabe cómo hacer. Ustedes solo, just to clarify,
Sí, por cita puede ir a Tropical Park y los que ya están enfermos y estamos pidiendo más dosis del Estado y del gobierno federal y del tipo que muestra que es más efectivo contra Omicron. Yeah, oh, right, I'll say that in English. Okay. So before the shortage of Regeneron, we were doing about 400 doses a day. Now the supply is in the range of about 80 a day, and it is by appointment only in Tropical Park as we continue our efforts to get more from the state and from the federal government, and of the kind that has been demonstrated most effective in beating the Omicron.
Mayor, I just want to clarify, you said you have a limited supply from Sunday,
Correct.
and who is being prioritized then?
They are requiring people to show a positive test. Wait, come.
With symptoms or?
Yeah, and just that all appointments are booked, so people shouldn't show up there. You need an appointment.
Yes, and so please people should not show up unannounced. It's by appointment only. I know we reported earlier, Jackson has some doses. Jose Marti Park in the city of Miami had some doses. I don't know if they still do. You know, people should sit tight and, you know, hopefully we're going to get word in the next day or so of additional supply.
And this is positive with symptoms or with asymptomatic?
No, we're prioritizing symptoms. You have to have a positive test and symptoms. Yes.
And you said you are not canceling events because.
Well, we don't have events to cancel in Miami-Dade County.
But are you considering maybe going back to the curfew or measures like?
At this time, we've announced all of the measures that we can take that we think will help protect our community. But for individuals, please, everyone, use common sense. Let's not gather in large crowds, unmasked, with people we don't know to be protected. It is really important that we utilize this gorgeous weather, the wonderful paradise where we live, to be outdoors and with people that have taken the necessary protections. And please use your masks.
Just to clarify with the take-home test that the county received, because we also heard that the federal government is expecting to send.
Yes.
So did counties receive an additional, like, can you
Yes.
just explain?
Yes, so we just were notified that a couple thousand doses of home tests were received. So we've just received that news, and we are going to work on the best possible distribution plan to hopefully alleviate some of the pressure at the testing sites.
And that's meant for maybe people who aren't gonna receive.
We're going to work on a plan, the best way to distribute it. Yes. And we do want everyone to use common sense. You do not need to panic. We know that Omicron is very contagious. We know it's spreading fast. If you are vaccinated and happen to become ill, likely your symptoms will be very mild. You know, just let's remember there are long lines because people have been exposed, they are sick, and let's please just try to not panic and use common sense.
And when are you expecting the federal government to send you the extra doses? When are you guys expecting, like,
So we do not know for Regeneron exactly the timeline or the availability. I just want to emphasize, Florida has used more Regeneron likely than other states because it was available early and it was promoted as an alternative to vaccination. It is not an alternative to vaccination. So it is there really to help people who have gotten sick, to keep them out of the hospital. That is the purpose. Lo más importante de eso, Monoclonal, Regeneron, es saber que no es algo que puede usar en vez de la vacunación. Las vacunas son lo más importante de todo y el tratamiento es para las personas que están enfermos, para que no tienen que entrar en el hospital. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Gracias.